Don't tell the other girls you were up here. Come on. Come on. Kevin.
We're Nate and Misty, and Nate is a firefighter slash farmer, and I am a therapist slash farmer, and we raise Berkshire pigs.
So myself, I served 8 years in the U.S. Marine Corps, and I at first was a 50 cal gunner, and then I did crash fire rescue in the Marine Corps, and then got out and, as Misty said, joined the New York City Fire Department, and then got back into farming. And my wife, she did 4 years in the U.S. Army. She is part of a tank battalion over in Germany. All family farm, we started in 2019. I think 2018 we started talking about it, and the first thing is beside you is the chicken coop. That was actually the first thing, was her, that started driving me back into it, because she was like, I want my chickens, and she started doing chickens and raising eggs for our family. And then I said, well, I want to do a small livestock. So I started doing research on sheep, lambs, pigs, and then I said, oh, well, my family in Maine did Berkshire pigs, so maybe we can venture down that road. And then we opened up in 2019 selling retail cuts out of here, and then selling wholes and halves to families. I would say that it's grown basically in sales, people finding out with the heritage breed that we're supplying. I think if we were just running run-of-the-mill pork, I don't think it would be doing as well. And then obviously we've grown because we've started out with a small 12 by 20 foot, 4-foot barn behind us, and that was basically with like 6 pigs. Now we're pushing about 24 to 25 head right now as of last year, and I'm hoping to push for about 35 to 40 head this year to push through. And then obviously the infrastructure, my wife and I and my children, we basically built everything out here. And for us to basically build our infrastructure and get to zero and replenishing the funds that were spent to build the farm, we met that within 4 years. Most farms across the country, if they're local farms, don't meet zero till like 6 years. So I think at 4 years, and then with profitability at 5, we're doing pretty good.
Anybody who comes here as a customer, they see the pigs, they're like, oh, they're so big, they're kind of scary, right? And I said, oh, hold on, wait, and I'll call one over and I'll let them pet them and be like, okay, I know it's kind of off-putting, you're petting this animal, which may turn into your food one day, right? But think of the fact that this animal has known love, right? That it's been given the chance to have this really great life, right? And that's what keeps it going for us, so.
Whether we go bigger or we stay medium or we get bigger, I'm always going to keep those core values of the animal comes first, because we're utilizing those animals. I mean, I don't care if I got as big as taking up half of Orange County. I would literally, these animals are going to be respected. Anybody I hire, they're under my values and my standards, just like I was in the Marine Corps. You adapt and overcome, you know, that's the biggest thing that I learned in the Marine Corps, you know, adapt, overcome, and you know, like I said, and be prepared for anything, because you're always going to be fighting and trying to deal with other challenges that come your way, you know, like this year has been rough, you know, with my surgery and stuff, and I've had to depend on my family a lot. Like, I've had to depend on my son and my wife. They've had to take care of stuff. Things that I'm like, oh, I'm always taking care of it, and it's got to be done this way, and the Marine Corps told me it's got to be done this way, and I just had to, you know, have them do it, and I was hoping that they would be able to handle everything, you know, and they pulled through. We pulled through this year, and like I said, that's why we got market hogs down there now, and we're trying to keep up with our orders, and but you just always have to adapt. You know, if something doesn't work, how are you going to change it?
I definitely feel that it is important for anyone getting into farming to realize that you're not alone, right? It feels like you're the only one who's ever had to face these issues. So you're not alone. There are other people who are struggling with the exact same questions, exact same problems. Come together, let's work through them at the same time, and you know what? We'll get through it. This is what you learn in the military. You can do anything as a group, right? You can do anything by yourself, but you can do it even quicker as a group.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna need people to lean on, because a lot of the time you do feel like you're alone and you don't know where to look. And I think that obviously with these programs too, with the farm ops program, the one we just did, you know, you're pulling veterans out and they're meeting two other veterans that are running a farm, and they're like, oh man, wow, this is motivating. Like I may have this in me too. You know, you need those resources, because I think it's going to put people in a different perspective. And listen, you're not, like Misty said, you're not the only one with the backache. Someone else is right there with you, and they're hurting too.